So look, you have to have this mindset that everything is fucking possible. Let's start on that note. That business you want to build, the car that you want to drive, the place that you want to live in, the person that you want to become, everything is possible. This world rewards people who think big. This world rewards people who dare to have delusional self-belief to the point where nothing fucking stops them. Not the circumstance, not not the algorithm, not whatever. Like, life becomes super fun once you start to really elevate your identity and expand your mind, expand your thinking. It becomes super fun when you actually give yourself permission to, first of all, dream about shit that you want to do. Dream about it. A lot of people, they don't even do that anymore. They don't give themselves permission to think big because they've been conditioned by their parents, society, circumstance, whatever. They've been brainwashed into thinking that you have to play it small. That you have to have this super, like, just humble mentality with like no big ambition, no big vision, no big goals for your life. But again, this life rewards people who actually genuinely think big. The only reason I'm able to do what I'm doing with content, the only reason I've been able to do everything and anything in my life, really, was my ability to, despite my environment or circumstance and stuff, my ability to think big, my ability to see beyond the four walls that I was in. Because I don't come from like a rich environment. I don't come from a rich country. I don't come from wealth necessarily. Like, my family was never rich. Nobody taught me how to think big. Nobody taught me how to have a big vision. And as Michelangelo said, is the issue is not that people aim too high and they miss, is that they aim way too low and they always hit. And that's the thing that kind of stuck with me, and especially right now, over the past couple of months, is like, the vision that I have with Unlock Creators and everything that we're building is fucking huge. AI as well. I'm getting into AI with SaaS. Like, it's fucking huge, and things are genuinely happening and changing and updating and upgrading in real time. I've done the inner work. My identity is now expanded. My mind is expanded. I'm seeing so many opportunities, and I'm attracting opportunities, because that's the thing. Once you do the inner work, once you elevate your identity, and once you start a thing big, you cannot help but attract opportunities and abundance. That's the thing. You cannot, like, most people say, oh yeah, I want to make more money. I want to attract this opportunity. I want to attract the right person for me. But like, we never attract what we want. We attract what we are, right? And I'm sure you've heard this by now. But the real, actual work is internal. Is you allowing yourself to get to that point where you, regardless of the circumstance you're in, you're that motherfucker that thinks super big. Do you think Steve Jobs and Walt Disney and all of these guys, do you think they think small? No. Everyone, and that's like a common theme. Everyone usually thinks you are mental. You are crazy. Your parents are gonna think you're crazy. Your friends are gonna think you're crazy. but it doesn't fucking matter. Because the crazy ones actually change the world. If you're normal, if you want to be normal, whatever, in 2025, you're not going to get too far. And normal in 2025 is a miserable life, to be honest. Not having financial freedom, not having time freedom, location freedom is... it's just mental. Like, how the fuck can you live like that? And I had a job before. I actually worked in an Amazon fucking warehouse for 3 months. Back in 2019. And so I've seen that side. I do have the perspective of what's it like to fucking clock in, clock out. But my question to you is like, how can anyone live like that, like forever? Like, don't you want more? Don't you want more out of life? Is this it? Is this a regular... is this like a... Is the life that... is this the life that you were meant to live? Or do you deserve more? Do you think you deserve more? Because that's the stuff that I'm noticing now as well. It's like, most people don't even think deep down that they do deserve to get better opportunities. They don't even think that. And so no wonder people are stuck. Because you've been conditioned to play it small, to play it safe, to never risk, to never commit, to never go against the wave. But you have to understand, there's gonna come a point in time where we're all gonna be gone, right? And it's about, what do you want to leave behind? What legacy are you trying to build? How many people have you helped? What real value have you brought to this world? You know what I mean? And being a visionary, being someone that not only has the vision but also puts in the work and commits, that is the best thing that you can do. And especially once you operate from alignment. So again, regardless of the things that you want on the outside, if you're actually aligned internally, that's the best existence that you can have. Because it doesn't matter the industry that you're in, work will not feel like work. It won't feel like work. That's what I'm saying. It's like right now, I think it's like 11 a.m. or something like that. And we're on a, what is it? I think it's a Friday. And I'm literally here in the park. And I'm sitting with a green smoothie, whatever, and I'm just yapping. I'm just yapping. And most people right now like are rushing to get to their jobs. And again, there's nothing wrong with having a job, but it's just that don't sell your soul for some numbers on the fucking screen. And again, having this freedom to create, to think big, to use AI right now. Like, we got AI. I don't think you understand how amazing of a time we're living in. Abundance has never been like easier to achieve. But again, the true abundance starts within, regardless of the industry you're in. That's the real work. That is the real fucking work. The number one reason why people cannot really quote unquote make it or make more money and stuff, it's not that they're not skilled or whatever. It's not that they're not intelligent. Intelligence plays a really small part in getting rich and acquiring wealth. Very small part. The biggest thing is that deep down they do not think they're worth it. Deep down, their thinking and their vision is so small and so poor that even if they do put all of the work in, they're not going to be able to attract all of the opportunities that they want to attract. Even if they did that, they're not able to. then your life right now is only a reflection of your thinking and your mindset and your whole identity. And if you try to force things, if you try to, grow a business just because you're seeing someone else grow the business, 9 times out of 10 it won't work if you're not aligned. So I went through so many rough times, man, and then like dark times and moments when I felt like that was it for me on not even a business level, just a life level in general. All because in those times I forgot to think big. I forgot to take a look within. I forgot who I was. And that's the thing. Survival mode is a huge thing. When you don't come from from wealth, when you come from the scarcity mindset environment and you've dealt with that all of your life, even when you do start to make more money, it won't feel safe for you. And that's one thing that I think this week, like yesterday, I actually told myself, like, most of my life I've operated from survival. I haven't really lived. I'm just now starting to do that. Most of my life, I operated from fear, from lack, from scarcity. And what do you think you're gonna get, right? If you operate like from that state, you're only gonna get that. Your life is only gonna reflect that. It's gonna bring more of that. If you're in a place of lack, you're only gonna attract more lack, because that's the only frequency that is in alignment with the frequency that you hold internally. And so this realization for me is huge, because I'm literally in real time unlocking, pun intended, unlock creators. I'm unlocking new levels of, like, in my mind, new levels of thinking bigger than ever before, more ambitious, more focused, having more clarity, having just a better outlook on life in general, and having the fucking courage to dream. I think Tory Lanez had this song with all I had to do was dream. Like, all I had to do was dream. And we lose that because we're born geniuses. Like, we're born, every single kid, every single child, they don't care. They dream. They allow themselves to create whatever and do whatever they want to do, because that's who you are as a soul, as a human being. But you're manipulated into thinking super small, and into even like being afraid to have your own opinions, your own thoughts, your own goals, your own vision. And you know how many times, like, I was called arrogant, and maybe I am arrogant, I don't give a fuck. Like, I've earned it. I'm earning it more. But you know how many times I was called that because I just had the balls to go for whatever I wanted to go for. And people don't like that shit. That's the thing. Like, people hate, like, people that live in lack and that have like a poor mindset hate you when you think big. They absolutely hate that. They hate that. And so one big thing that you can do to kind of test even your friend group and the people that you surround yourself with is tell them, yeah, I'm building this, I'm amazing. I'm him. I'm the number one guy in this. I'm the best. I'm building this business. Is the best business ever. And I'm the best. And I'm fucking, like, I'm a genius. Go full Kanye on them, right? Go full Kanye. And take a look at their reaction. Because their reaction is going to tell you everything that you need to know about them. If they are mad, if they're bothered by your self-belief, that says a lot about their own self-image and self-worth. Because most people think small. Most people are deep down, they don't like who they are. They're not their biggest fans, and that is reflected in how they live day to day. And if you get that type of reaction, then you know, we got no time to think small. We got no time to think small. Whatever you want to create, go big. That's what I'm telling my clients as well. I literally had a call with Zahib from the mentorship, from the group. And this guy is in Canada. He's a 6-figure agency owner. We're building the most premium brands in the Muslim space for his coaching business and brand. And he told me, like, bro, I want to go bigger. And I was like, yep, let's go. Like, my intention with everyone that I'm working with is to literally build the biggest fuck you brands. From a branding perspective, infrastructure, overall vision. Because otherwise, like, what the fuck are we supposed to do if we don't think big? If we don't go big? And that is the thing, the environment that you're in. If you tell people who think small all about your big visions, they're gonna drag you down. If their identity is not in the right place, they're gonna drag you down. So you gotta protect your energy. You gotta protect your goals. You gotta protect your vision. Make sure you highly curate your circle. You highly curate the people who you let in on your goals and visions. Don't say that shit to everyone. Here I am yapping about it on YouTube, but again, you have to be intentional with every single thing. Intentionality will change your entire life. Alignment. Get to that place where, yes, you think big, but also internally you are in the right place. Like, your identity has expanded. You can hold more wealth. You can feel safe making more money. And when you do all of that, that's when life really becomes fun, And that's the thing. When you give yourself the permission to build whatever you want to build and truly help millions of people in the process, the world is yours. Just like in Scarface, right? Probably gonna get a sign like that for my house in Dubai, but the world is yours. So that's the video. Hopefully you got some value from this one. I love these videos because they allow me to essentially, it's almost like a journal, and just give the thoughts to you, and they're gonna reach the right person who is taking action, who is ready to elevate themselves, who is ready to build a brand. If you're ready to do that, by the way, you got the link down below so we can work together one-on-one. I'm only working with people who are actually all in. It's not cheap by any regard, just because I want to go super premium. And again, I want to go big. I want to be in the big leagues. I've always wanted that. And now I'm giving myself the permission to step into that identity. So anyway, it's been like 20 minutes, I think, for the video, but I'll catch you on the next one.